everyone. I'm Adam Brown, and this is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, January 6th. On today's show, Herb Sklar will be back to tell us about another class, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. Dr. Nancy Spencer will share about the Caregiver Support Group, and we'll preview a Year in Review slideshow that will soon be available on the Shell Point website. But first, we want to remind you that the Life Quest Expo is going on today from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock in the Village Church. There are booths with representatives from many Shell Point departments, services, groups, and local businesses all standing by with information and resources to help you reach your Life Quest goals for 2015. Some are having drawings and giving away samples and prizes, so don't miss it. This coming Saturday, the Walking Club is having an off-property outing. They will travel to Naples to walk either a 3 or a 6-mile trail in one of our region's most picturesque tourist settings, Venetian Bay. If you're adventurous, inquisitive, and physically fit, call Jim Plummer of Parkwood at 337-2721 or Charlie McDonald of Royal Bonnet at 939-0210 for more information. This Sunday evening, January 11th, is the night for the ever-popular annual Shell Point favorite, the King's Brass. Tim Zimmerman once again leads his band of world-class brass players and one Rose Among Thorns keyboard artist through a non-stop mix of unique and rousing arrangements of gospel, secular, and patriotic tunes that always delivers a superb evening of musical delight. The concert starts at 6:15. Tickets are available for $10 at the church office. Herb Sklar is a talented resident that stays busy teaching classes in art and photography and seeing to creative projects in the new photo studio. He's here today to talk with Terry Kolath about his class, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath. I'm here today with Herb Sklar of Eagles Preserve. You know him as one of our favorite art instructors here at Shell Point. Today we're talking about a program he offers for us in the spring session most years because it's so popular, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. Thank you for joining me, Herb.
You're more than welcome.
I remember when you came to me and told me anyone can learn to draw, Terry, and
That's right.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? We've been doing this 4 times, so this will be the 5th, and everybody can learn to draw if they want to.
You've proven it.
Yeah, it works. Betty Edwards wrote this book in 1979, and she revised it, and it's taught in California a lot different than we could do at Shell Point. She does it as a back-to-back on a weekend, 8 hours. It's 16 hours, very intense. It wouldn't work here. So I've modified it, and it has worked. There are 2 caveats that I must mention right now before you think about signing up for this class. One is you really got to commit for the 6 weeks, because if you miss one, Karen Hubbard, who is my associate and helps me, and without her I couldn't do this class, is busy, and I'm busy with the new instructions. We have no time to go back and help you make up one that you missed. So you got to kind of commit for that. And the next thing is we've been very successful. People leave there, they can draw. But if you stop drawing, it's like learning to drive a car. You don't get better, and eventually you forget. So you need to kind of say, okay, I'll make a drawing once, twice a week. That's all you need to do, and you'll get better and better and better. But if you stop, you're going to lose it. So
and that's important to know, Herb. I'm glad you brought that up, because before we have to keep it a small class, because you and Karen give a lot of attention in this class.
There is a lot of personal attention in this class.
And if you can't say, all right, I'm making this commitment to a 6-week course, and then I'd really like to learn to draw so I can continue using it, then maybe this isn't the class for you.
Right. It could be, but when this class is over, you will leave and you will be able to draw it, and it's a thrill, and it's very good for your brain. It's a great exercise for your brain, and it's just wonderful. By the 3rd class, I'll have everybody making a drawing of their hand that they could frame and put up on the wall.
You know, I wouldn't believe this if I hadn't seen it. All the different classes in the past coming in, it's fabulous. To come in and see the first day, everybody's like, I am. All right, I dare you to teach me how to draw. Then you come week after week, and at the end, they're so excited about their drawing abilities.
It really works.
Well, as always, we thank you not only for having the idea and the generosity to see this through with our residents, but to take the time to modify it, to make it be a program that works right here for us, and to be quite honest with us that, you can't learn to draw in an hour.
No, not an hour, but a couple of hours.
Couple of hours.
We'll do it.
6 sessions. It's fabulous. Well, so I encourage you, if this class is for you, if you'd like to learn to draw, and Karen, Herb, other artistic residents will give you plenty of opportunities to keep your drawing schedules going after you finish this class. 6 Wednesdays beginning January 7th with Herb Sklar and Karen Hubbard.
Caregiving for a loved one is something one normally just does without question when the need arises. That's what family does. We take care of each other. But the task of caregiving can become overwhelming, and the caregiver can soon need help as well. Dr. Nancy Spencer from our Behavioral Health Department is here to talk about the Caregiver Support Group, which exists specifically to help address these issues.
I'm Mary Franklin here today with Dr. Spencer, and she is the organizer and the doctor behind the Caregiver Support Group that meets monthly here at Shell Point. For more information about the Caregiver Group and times and locations, you can check your Shell Point Life. Towards the middle, there's always a support group page, and that information is there. Dr. Spencer, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You run a fabulous support group because caregivers don't often take care of themselves. And so it's important that they learn how to take care of themselves so they can give to their loved one, correct?
Correct, absolutely. We have a fabulous support group, but what makes it fabulous is not the leadership, but the residents who come and participate. It is a time for people to come and feel free to discuss troubles that they're having at home in a comfortable, safe environment where they can pick up tips and knowledge on how to better care for someone with a memory problem.
Okay, and your support group's a little bit different than some of our traditional support groups here at Shell Point. It's a therapeutic support group. What's the difference?
Very good question. One of the things that I do that's different than a resident-run group is I am a clinical psychologist with knowledge and expertise on how to help people who are suffering through different experiences. Therefore, this is a therapeutic psychological support group in which I employ strategies to help the residents better care for themselves.
Okay, and so they're required to sign up.
They are. Residents do need to contact me prior to participation in the group. We often conduct a short interview to make sure that the issues are in line with the group that's existing. It's also a group that we use a Medicare charge for.
Okay.
And that is different than a resident-run group, and we do that because of the knowledge and expertise and all of the treatment planning that goes with the group.
Okay, but is there a copay for the individual that attends?
Typically, Medicare pays 50% and the secondary insurance does pick up the remaining 50%. However, everyone's plans are different, so each person might have a different copay. I do encourage residents to contact Shell Point Medicare Billing and ask them those questions ahead of time if there's concern.
Okay, well that is good. Thank you for all of what you do. I have personally talked to some residents that attend your sessions, and they look forward to that week or that time during the week that they get to spend with you.
And I really look forward to the group as well. I myself has blossomed in the caregiving support leadership role just from the knowledge that I've gained from the residents that have come and really do share and support one another. And that's the other really nice thing about this group is I'm there as a support, but it's a peer group in the sense that you might learn something from one of the other residents who is going through the exact same experience at the same time.
Wow. It's important what you do, and if you are a caregiver looking for a little bit more support, this would be a great session for you to attend, but don't forget you do need to sign up for this support group. You can give Dr. Spencer a phone call, and her phone number is 454-2043. I'm Mary Franklin, along with Dr. Spencer. Make it a happy and healthy day.
Our public relations and marketing team works hard to keep the Shell Point websites fresh and interesting with new content added regularly. The following pictorial slideshow, Shell Point Year in Review, will soon be up on shellpoint.net. And now let's take a look at today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Caitlin Van Scoy, and I'm here with Bev Chanley, and happy Tuesday. This is the happening segment of Shell Point TV, and we're going to let you know what's happening today. We start the morning off with 7:15, Bend, Breathe, and Balance, the Health Connections class in the Health Club on the island. And at 8 o'clock, we have pickleball being played at the pickleball courts on the island. 8 a.m. is round robin doubles tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. And at 8:15, you can volunteer with the stamp ministry in the stamp room in the island tunnel. And bocce's being played at the bocce courts at the Woodlands at 8:30. And at 8:30, the Ladies Golf Association will be meeting at the Shell Point Golf Club. 9:15, Caregiver Support Group Therapy will be meeting in the conference room of the Medical Center. Sign up is required for that one. Also at 9:15, we have the Memory Care Group meeting in the conference room of the Behavioral Health Office. Sign up is required for that one. Also at 9:15, we have open painting in the art studio on the island. Come out for match play mixed doubles tennis at 9:30 at the Woodlands tennis courts. And we have the LifeQuest Health and Wellness Expo from 10 to 2 in the Village Church, so come out for that one. 10 a.m., the Susie Q will be headed out to Woody's Waterfront Restaurant, and sign up is required. And at 10:15, we have Through the Bible Study Group in the Osprey Room of the island. At 10:30, the Caregiver Support Group Therapy will be meeting in the conference room of the Medical Center, and sign up is required for that. And at 10:30, we have the Memory Care Group meeting in the conference room of the Behavior Health Office on the island. That's all we have for the morning, and Bev's going to take it away with our afternoon.
Thanks, Caitlin. From 12:30 to 6 today, the Bloodmobile will be at the Village Church. At 12:30, we have Mixed Progressive Bridge. They meet in the game room of the Woodlands. 1:15 is always a busy time here at Shell Point. We have a 1:15 knitters group in the Osprey Room. We have 1:15 shuffleboard at the shuffleboard courts. And we have the Rollicking Recorderist down in the Tarpon Room at 1:15. We'll move to 1:30 for a Health Connections class, Aqua Pilates Stretch. That's in the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. Another Health Connections class is at 2:45, and this one is Balance and Mobility Training Level 2. That's in the Health Club. It's currently full. At 3:15, the Celebration Ringers Rehearsal will be in the choir room. That's at the Village Church. At 4:15, the Health Connections class, Tai Chi Cha, will be in the Health Club. You do need to sign up for that class. At 6:45, we have Hymn Sing, and that's held in the Resident Activities Center. Well, we're sure glad you joined us here today for the Happening segment, and we'll be back again tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Tuesday. At 10 o'clock, we have Legendary Places Session 1 in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and sign-up is required. I'd like to tell you about new classes coming tomorrow. Herb Sklar of Eagles Preserve will teach Digital Camera Prep School, and we have an iWorks Word Processing with Pages app class. This is taught by Penny Modrich of Nautilus. Herb Sklar returns with his very popular drawing on the right side of the brain, and the first 4-week session of Intermediate Bridge begins with Susan Willoughby. Richard Nelson, once again, will give a class on computer college basics with his very popular prep school.
Menus for Tuesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is baked ham with scalloped potatoes and asparagus. The dinner special is build your own stir fry for $13.95, and the soup of the day is cream of chicken. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a Western bacon cheeseburger with chips for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled ham steak with mashed sweet potato and mixed vegetables for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are snapper for $17.95 or veal marsala for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hello, my name is Sue Stranahan, and I'm here with Jan Emrich. Jan and I are on staff at the Village Church, and we are here to talk about the most recent food drive for the South Fort Myers Food Pantry. Jan, you and your husband Lee have been leaders in the food pantry for at least 6 years since it began, and during that period of time you've spearheaded several food drives. So can you tell us about this most recent food drive that we had at Shell Point?
Our Thanksgiving food drive this year was very successful. We collected 1,147 pounds of food, and in monetary donations, we collected $4,182. If you use food pantry math, which is $1 equals 6 in buying power, we, in actuality, have collected $25,092 to purchase food through the Harry Chapin Food Bank.
Those are very impressive statistics. How do they compare with other food drives that we've had in the past?
Actually, we're on about the same target for each food drive that we have. This year, we were only able to have 2 food drives because of the renovation of the church. So for the total for 2014, for 2 food drives, we collected 2,271 pounds of food and $7,466 in cash donations, which if you multiply that out again by $6, the buying power for the total year from the Village Church in Shell Point was over $44,000 worth of food.
That'll go a long way to feeding families in South Fort Myers.
It certainly will.
Who participates in these food drives?
Well, the Village Church and the Shell Point Retirement Community do that. Many of the departments, such as resident activities, help to support this. We generally have bins all over the campus, and anyone who wants to participate can take advantage of those.
I've often wondered about this, and I wonder if maybe somebody else has the same question. Could you walk us through the journey that these donations take from the time they're left off at the Village Church until they appear in the shopping cart of a client at the food pantry?
Well, it's a really very short time. Actually, our food drives generally run through Sunday. Monday morning, prior to 8 o'clock, all the food is packaged in the reusable bags that many people give us. And we have one of our volunteers comes with his van and picks up the food that Monday morning. It's delivered to the food pantry before 9 o'clock in the morning. It is then marked and sorted and put out on the shelves. So by Monday night, most of the food that's been collected is gone already.
Not much shelf time, is there?
No, there really is not, no. Because we get such a variety of food, our clients are very happy to see the different things that we have to offer.
Now, you mentioned that we'd had 2 food drives this year. Are there ways that people can support the food pantry in between food drives?
There are. Number one, our deacon board from the Village Church supports the food pantry on a monthly basis. And those donations come from the benevolent offering that we take on the first Sunday of each month. So people certainly can donate through the benevolent fund. And then if they have food that they would like to drop off to the church, all they need to do is call me, and I'm happy to accept it, and we'll get it to the food pantry in a short amount of time.
Well, Jan, thank you so much for your efforts on behalf of the South Fort Myers Food Pantry, you and Lee. And thank you to everyone who participates and contributes to this program that makes it the overwhelming success that it is.
It's very much appreciated.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow when we'll hear about another upcoming Academy class. We'll pay a visit to the stamp room to see last week's celebration of a significant milestone of accomplishment. And we'll hear from Jeff Corey, who is back in the saddle again as Executive Director of the Legacy Foundation. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, January 6th. I'm Adam Brown, and for all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.